on, family? What's up? What's up? Peace and light, peace and love. Thank you for connecting with me. I'm Shakesha Divine. This is the Sirius Cypher. And so far, it is me in the house wanting to take a look at all of the serious going ons out here in these cosmic streets. The cosmic block is hot indeed. We have made a lot of notable transits that's going on out here. We got what was that, a couple weeks ago when Saturn moved into Pisces. I'm like, what? But then today, Pluto has transferred over into Aquarius, and I've been talking about how Pluto is all about that transformation, that death rebirth energy, and it's meeting its way up with the technology energy, the knowledge energy, the humanitarian energy of the Aquarius. And oh my goodness, crazy as it sounds, then just walked through the door was Aquarius moon, as I'm talking about that Aquarius energy. How about that? That's some divine order for you showing up in the house. So once you get situated, I want to welcome Aquarius moon into the house. Peace and light. So anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about today where we at now in Aries season, and this is all about getting shit done. But if anybody has been feeling like me, I ain't been feeling motivated to do too much of anything. I have been living in a pastime paradise, and I have not been feeling bad about it at all. I've been like highly motivated to do. It's not about being lazy, but being highly motivated to do nothing. I got that saying from I forgot, I think it was a calendar or some shit a while back, and I said, yeah, I can feel that. I can definitely feel that. Peace and light, Aquarius moon. I see you getting situated. Okay. And once she does, but yeah, this energy has been definitely like sitting me down for a little bit. And so I'm looking at my lunar calendar, and this is typically around the time when my energy starts to pick up. And so, I had to check in, you know what I'm saying, with the soul family, talk to Miss Blue, like, is there something going on with me? I want to make sure, that, everything's right and exact with me. But this is all a part of what we call in this thing called ascension. And so with Pluto moving into Aquarius right now, we're going to begin to see a lot of the shit that took place.
Hey.
Peace and love.
I'm listening, but I'm driving right now. So give me a few minutes and I'm gonna hop back in here with you.
Okay, no problem. And yeah, be safe out here on these streets. Sheila just hopped on the scene. What's going on, lady? See you in the house. Let everybody get.
Hey, yep, I'm in here.
How's it going, lady? How's everything?
Oh, doing pretty good. I'm glad I made it. I've been here this week. I forgot about it last week, and then the week before, I'm sitting there like, I can't
get in. Let me tell you something. This is all about whenever you got a free moment in time just to come, and if you can just drop just a little bit of wisdom in our lap, we will appreciate that whenever you have a free minute. And so this is definitely.
I'll be coming up in here to get it too. Now that's why I'm just like, I need to come get it. I'm in here, so I'm glad for the reciprocity that we give in here.
I know. Yes, indeed. Reciprocity. I like that. Yes. And so I was just talking about how this energy has been affecting, because we just moved over in the Aries season, and it being that spring equinox energy. And typically I'm really feeling like energized and good, but I've been in this space where it's been kind of hard for me to get motivated to move forward. And so I was checking in and learned that, this is just a part of this ascension that's going on. And we have some major transits that's going on right about now, where the energy is really beginning to shift. And so I guess this is a period of rest, because like the engines is revving up, you know, and it's a time for us to begin propelling forward. But Sheila, tell me what's going on up in your world.
You know what, Princess Keisha, it's the same kind of thing. So I decided impromptu that I was just gonna go on a fast. No food, very little water. My contention about it all is because there was a lot of transits going on, and then the new moon, and then the spring equinox. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and, when I was back in the church, I used to fast for spiritual reasons. And one of the reasons was to make the flesh weak so the spirit can be strong. So, and I could actually feel my spirit self vibrating within this meat suit I had on. So I said, let me do that, because it seems like everything that I put my hand to, I was failing myself with the inspiration. Because like you said, I just wasn't motivated, even though it was in my heart to do a lot of things. And even though I know it was a part of the process, at that particular time and at that moment, in those moments, I just was like, blah, because I would look up and it would already be time for bed. And I'm like, I'm not calibrating right. I'm not, and I didn't want to keep coming down on myself, because it seemed like all I was in the position to do was wake up and go to sleep. So I felt unproductive. Yeah. I felt so unproductive. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and make my flesh even weaker. Let me just go ahead and do that. And so when I did that, I didn't fast in a manner of which, when you starve yourself one way, you should feed yourself another way. And so spiritually, I didn't even have the strength to feed myself. I just sat there and just didn't eat anything. And so I still even feel like the fast was unproductive until today, right? I started getting all kind of downloads and so much information to put me on the right path. And what I'm noticing is things and formulas, and I call formulas the form you love, but those kind of things, everything is just new. I can't expect the same results from how I did things when I did them before. So it's like, if 2 + 2 = 4 at one point, now it still equals something, but it's not what I was acclimated to knowing that it equaled to. So things and formulas and processes that work, they still work. They're just yielding different results because we're in a different time. We're in a different, not that it's new, it's just different to us. So my algorithm is being interrupted with another algorithm that I programmed. Mm-hmm. So it's like, this is a new way of me learning what I put out, a whole new way. So I don't know if what I put out has changed or if I have changed, but the syncing of myself, that's what I'm in the process of doing. And it had me questioning who I am, what I'm doing in this moment. Yeah. Is everything I learned a joke? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those kind of things, yeah, that's where I'm at with it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely relate to that. And I'm feeling encouraged because I do believe that now that I see that so many of us in our soul family are experiencing this clogged energy, that this is just really a time for us. I really think that maybe we're supposed to be taking this time to rest because it's about to go down. you know. But and then and with it being this time of year, because this is really a good time, Ramadan, with a Lent and all of these times of fasting during this particular time, and this is a really good time for us to really start that whole purification process within our bodies as well. That'll get us. I haven't been motivated to do that either. Like, I've been really pretty much motivated to stay in the house. I haven't even really been able to get out as much as I would like to. I got a little bit out in nature because it got a little nice. So I was able to get out there and enjoy that just for a little bit and everything. But then I spent the bulk of my time like in the house in reflection. And it's funny how you were talking about how the time, because for me, it seems like time is speeding up. And that was, one of the, I know that we jumped the time ahead. I heard we were supposed to be stopping that shit. But I heard the time at we're supposed to be stopping this daylight, fall back, spring forward, and this is the last time we do that. And it feels to me like I can't get my circadian rhythm to adjust correctly. I used to be a early riser and getting things done, and now even waking up. Today I woke up this morning, it was 8 o'clock. That's still kind of late for me, but it was better than like the 9:30, damn near 10 that I was, it was like, and I'm waking up like, wow. And so I think that there's a lot of powerful work that's going on out here in these spiritual realms. And when we sleep, like I've been sleeping and I've been waking up like, but today I woke up and I felt grounded. I felt secure. That was the feeling. I couldn't remember anything, but that's how I felt.
And yeah, I don't know what it was about today, but like today, just like you said, I got a sense of, okay, stay right here, and I got information that came to me that showed me why, not necessarily why, it gave me a piece of, don't beat up on yourself because you didn't do this, or you didn't do this, or this didn't happen this way. Don't do this. When you find like you said, a rhythm that worked for you, it was flawless. I didn't have to put any thought to it. Now, just like you said, I would wake up at 5 a.m, but by the time I get on my feet, it's already noon. And I'm like, what did I do in between 5 a.m. and noon that just escaped me? And for the life of me, just sit there because it is moving so fast, and I'm dizzy. I'm like, oh gosh, I've been having these bouts of dizziness where I just couldn't do anything but lay down, where it felt like the ground would be moving under my feet. So, I'm looking at menopause symptoms. I'm looking up all kinds of things to try to see like what is going on. But time is really doing the thing. I really, normally around this time of the year, I'm ready to go. I'm pumped. I would have created a video for us already for the remix family. I would have created another match. I cannot get in. I can't, and I couldn't. And I'm like, what is going on? So like today, like I said, I got a piece about some things today. I got some ideas that came to me today, and it all just gave me a piece about, even though I still technically don't know what's going on, it gave me a piece about not being hard on myself in regards to what I see as a failure or a success,
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy. And I'm going to tell you something. What the other thing that I'm starting to notice is that I look around, and even though I haven't really been diving too deeply in like what's going on in the news and in the world, I did start noticing that there's a lot of people who have been getting these breast augmentations, the ones that they've been getting to their rears, all types of, all of these plastic surgeries, all of these enhancement type surgeries. A lot of people are deciding that this is no longer the direction they want to go into. And I think it was Black China who has decided to take out her implants or something like that, and decided that she wanted to go back to just being who she was. How about that?
Yeah, even to the point of referring to her name. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, after she took out all of those enhancements, Black China no longer exists. She calls herself by her natural born given name by her mom now, without those enhancements.
That is super powerful. And it just really shows how this energy is beginning to shift right about now. That transformation energy, that death rebirth energy. And then us really like taking evaluation as to like what's really important at the end of the day. And I know that she wasn't the only one that was out there, but she was one of the higher profile individuals
Yeah.
that really got people to start reevaluating themselves. And it's making me, it's really getting me excited, because now we're starting to move into a space where showing up for yourself is the new cool. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to be in this space, I remember they were talking about, I think it was a Black chick, was it? I forgot who it was, but she was on there and she was, a smaller framed individual. And somebody told her, because, she had on a shirt without a bra on it, her breasts weren't that big to where, she would have needed to wear a bra and it would have been an issue. But they told her she needed to get a boob job. I forgot who the hell that was. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, were outraged by it. And then, there was a lot of people that were defending it, because we've been in this mental conundrum that you have to live up to this image. And to see that people are starting to move more into a space of self-acceptance and not necessarily moving in this is what it looks like. I was watching over in Japan that there's so many, like, plastic surgery is like one hot thing over there, and there more of those individuals over there are still getting this European look. This is like where it's at and everything. But to start seeing that so many people here in the United States are beginning to wake up, are beginning to miss being connected to them true. So them boobs is hurting when you try to give people a hug and all of that other type of shit. Right, the inconvenience and all of that's going to start sparking light in other people's eyes, because this is where they get all of that foolishness from, that, you know what I'm saying, that you're not enough, that you need all of these enhancements, that you need to turn yourself into a Muppet in order to be attractive in these streets, And that's just, I remember, like, I'm dating myself with the Muppets. But when I was a kid, there was this show called The Muppets. And they were puppets, and they had, the eyelashes and the thick lips and all of this shit that a lot of the women.
I have been saying that. I had made a meme back in 2017 using the female Muppet from the band. And I said, like, I seen some eyelashes that was so ridiculous. And I was like, I hope she's in a circus show or something, because if this is just her day to day, God, tell me why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never could understand that, but it's all part of the hypersexual type of thing, and the whole drag queen thing. The lines are being blurred in between what femininity looks like. You know what I'm saying? And whenever a man wants to dress up as a woman, vice versa, they have to be extra. They have to wear the extra makeup. So now that has become the norm, to the point that you cannot tell a tranny from a woman now. You can't, because
where in the hell can
you can't. You can't. So the dynamics of everything has changed, into each his own. I'll put that disclaimer out there. However you want to express yourself, you are free will to do that.
Right.
But in the respective understanding, identifying, a person's gender just for the sake of communicative purposes, you're not able to ascertain that information just by looks anymore. Because I've seen some men that dressed up like women that look amazing, and you can't tell. There's no defining anything, and this is without surgery. This is just strictly based off of makeup. And that whole industry, the makeup industry, needs to just be called the transformers, because it's something on a completely different level now. It's just not enhancing who you are. It's completely changing. The makeup artists, they have gotten absolutely marvelous at the craft, to the point that I don't think that they should call it makeup anymore. It is a whole transformation. It's a whole artificial intelligence technology, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You know what? And you know what? And that's where it's kind of bordering to. I remember sitting back watching a sped up video, I think it was on TikTok, somewhere on social media, where someone completely transformed their appearance. Completely. And they
Completely.
yeah, completely like they were I think they were Caucasian, and they decided that they was going to look like more like Michael Jackson or something like that. But you know, I've seen so many of these videos where some of them, their skin is really poor, and they completely correct that with the makeup.
Yes.
Their, you know, their complexion is dark, they completely lighten it with the makeup, or vice versa. And it is amazing. That right there is wizardry right there.
It really, really is. It's cosmetics. It's cosmos enhanced. It is completely on a whole different level. I remember Miss Blue breaking that down a little bit in regards to that. So definitely cosmetics is something that's cosmic right now. And it is to the point that it is erasing what we know genders to be. That's how magical and powerful it is. And so in a state of trying to even understand that, it does put everybody at a pause. We're at a redefining. You know what I'm saying? We're at re-imaging, redefining, the
Yeah.
re-moment,
Yeah.
reboot, the remix. It's
Yeah.
all of that.
Yes.
That
Yes.
does cause a pause. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Aquarius moon, are you situated over there? I see you in the house over
Yeah,
there.
finally, finally. Shoot, my son texts me at 7:45, like, Mom, I'm gonna be off between 8 and 8:30. I'm like, oh Lord, boy, I got things to do. So
You look beautiful today,
I
sis.
take home and coming home myself. So
Okay. Okay. Hey, did you get any dreams or downloads or anything like that you might want to share?
um the only thing that I've been getting is the sky is the limit.
Mm,
Whatever you want, go get it. It's open right now for you. Everything you want, go get it. And the thing about it is, for you to receive everything that you want, you have to do nothing more but diligently be yourself and watch how you vibrate within this realm. And
mm.
that's really it. And attract, you know what I'm saying? Concentrate on what you want so you will attract that. And you have to make the steps. That's about it. Just go for it.
Absolutely. That's super powerful. And you know what was really funny is last night we were in class, and we were talking about um what is that divination with the clouds, you know what I'm saying? And we were talking about that, where we can, you know, really sharpen our intuition by looking into the sky and really allowing spirit to give us messages through signs and symbols via the clouds. And you know what I'm saying, which is really powerful. You know, a lot of ancients done that and everything. So when you were talking about, you know, just looking to the sky is the limit. You know, that was the first thing that came into my mind. That was, yeah, that's powerful.
And it's crazy. Well, I mean, not as crazy, but now that you say it out loud and I hear it from someone else's mouth, it's not even really the sky that's the limit. It's
Mhm.
whatever you want. Because all possibilities are a possibility. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to lose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that I was just talking about earlier, is that, you know, this energy right now that we're in Aries season. We right in the, you know what I'm saying? We're right in the beginning. So we're transitioning about
Right.
it, that, you know, about it, a Pisces energy into Aries season. And I'm like, usually I'm ready to rock and roll, you know, and I've been just like struggling to find my motivation and everything. And it seems like, you know, a lot of us have been having this experience. How have you been feeling?
I was hearing you ladies talk about how, you know what I'm saying, you've been tired and how time just has been escaping you. And I've been in that same boat for a while. But it
Mm,
seemed like these past couple of days, I'm like, no, I'm not about to get off work because I work from home. So it's
mm,
like I have to get off work and then roll over in my bed and go to sleep for the rest of the day.
right.
Or, you know, I'm usually up in the morning. Well, when I had to go into an office, you know what I'm saying, I was usually up ready to rock and roll. But now I find myself rolling out of bed 5 minutes before I got to walk over to my desk and get on my computer. You know,
Yeah, I can dig it. I
I'm
can
really
dig it.
trying to combat that. But when I did the time shift, the spring ahead, I felt myself waking up earlier, not later.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Somebody out here getting it.
Yeah.
This
It, it
woman
was,
ain't me.
I can rock with this, you know. So
Yeah,
Normally for me, that would be the case. I would be able to spring into action.
me
But it
too.
seemed like it didn't work. I'm like, it did nothing. It
Yeah.
actually felt like it made the time go even faster. And I'm still trying to catch that hour just to be late, you know, catching the hour
yeah.
catch back up to being late. So I was trying to catch all of that. And it's just like Sheila, start with something as simple as your breath. Catch your breath first.
Mm.
Calm your ass down. Get your anxieties. Because maybe the world is full of anxieties because people are saying aliens are coming, Donald Trump's going to jail. I
Mhm.
don't watch this stuff, but everybody around me, is vibrating at this certain vibration. And of course,
Yeah.
I can read it, the dominant energy. And so it's so many anxieties. And the only thing that I can hear is take a moment and catch your breath. You keep trying to catch these thoughts. You keep trying to catch this. Catch your damn breath. Calm down. This isn't yours to wear. So you won't listen? Well, put your ass to sleep then. I'm gonna make you
Mhm.
tired. Because if I could engage in this energy, I would probably be all on it, trying to get downloads for every silly thing, every conversation. And it's just not my place. It's not for me to do. Everything don't deserve a prophecy. Everything don't deserve, and I would be right into it. So I know I was being sat on my ass for a reason
Mhm.
to not engage into this anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Because what I've been getting here lately is to focus on self.
Mm.
Um, Focus on yourself, what you want to do, where you want to be, you know, who the person that you truly are, the person that you truly came here to be. Because everything is happening to us for a reason. There's nothing that's, coincidental. You know, I had to go back from that video you sent me. I had to go back and, say to some of our earlier teachings about how we made the soul contracts when we came here.
Mm.
Like the things that we're going to, the hardships that we're having, all of that is to teach our soul a lesson. It's something that we wanted to do. And figuring out what the lesson is basically, your soul receiving
Mm.
that lesson that you wanted to learn or that experience that you wanted to have. So
Mm. Mm.
that's how I look at myself. It's kind of like through a rearview mirror. Like after it happens, then I go back and analyze it. Like, okay, well, that resonated with me. That doesn't. So I take out of each situation what I need for me to make me, vibrate on a higher level and level up.
Right, right, right. And then Sister Sheila, let me tell you, the video that she's talking about, I sent her a clip on Brother Rich's channel. It's called Black Magic 363. And he always has some profound, unique individuals on his platform. And, so shout out to that brother for always bringing some shit that's enlightening out here in these streets. There's
Yeah.
some real gangsters out here in these streets. And there was a young lady that came on there. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Esther Hicks Abraham channel. But
I am.
okay. Okay. So this is it is similar to that. And what she was channeling right there, for me in my spirit, I felt like this right here, this is the real deal. I said, this was so profound. This was so enlightening for me that I said, wow, that right there is gangster. And we got folks that's showing up because this is quite the time
I
for folks to begin
for you though.
showing up. And you know what I'm saying? We have to protect that sister. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
got
I'm
for
saying?
you. Did you kind of feel when you were hearing it like it wasn't a question of whether it was true or not?
Right.
It was it
Yes.
was never a question. It was like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Let me play just a quick little clip of that. Just a quick little clip.
I was sure gonna say, send me that. Send me that.
I'm gonna send you the link to that, sis. I'm gonna definitely send you the link. I'm gonna just play a brief little clip on. Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Let me see how the hell do I do that? Share my screen. Okay. Now where we at? All right, it is not sharing my screen, of course. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, I was seeing let me get here and let me see. Let's see. I was seeing where the moon was at. Hold on. Oh no, there we go. I think there she go right here. Hold on, let me play.
Called reality TV. Is humanity like reality TV for the other extraterrestrials in the universe?
For many beings, yes, but from a place of love. They enjoy watching you remember who you are. It brings great love to their souls to witness that which they have created. Some of these beings are the parents of humanity. It brings them great love and satisfaction to watch you expand your consciousness, for this is a part of we would call it experiment that has been taking place for millions of years.
How important or unimportant is planet Earth to the rest of the galaxies, universe, multiverses?
Every piece of creation impacts the rest of creation. This is what we call a harmonic ripple effect. What happens on your planet, and this is actually why the attention on Earth is extremely heightened at this time, because it was so that the imbalance of light and dark energy sent out a universal call for beings here were asking to have some assistance from repetitive karmic cycles. And so this planet and what you are all doing here is immensely important. And all of creation is taking notes. You see, humanity in the future is going to be a superpower race. There's much on this we can speak of, but we will simply say that your DNA is very different than anything throughout the galaxies and the multiverse, because it is a combination, it is a blend between many different galactic races. And so when this DNA is fully activated, you all are in store for a cosmic treat.
Okay.
Hold up. What the fuck was that? What are we talking cosmic? What you see, I forgot about that. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I sent that out to 3 people. And I think the only reason why I didn't send you this link is because I don't have you on my text thing, but I'll send it to you. I will send this to you. But let me tell you something. I sent this. Brother Dante asked me, he said, what stood out the most to you? And so you got to hear this whole channel, because she talks about Black people's experience in the in America, in the world, you know, reminding us who we are. You are God, you are God, you are God, she said 3 times. That hit me in a special way. But one thing that I really wish, because he did not ask her, what the hell is the special treat we in for? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what happens when we fully activate, when we fully ascend. But she goes into in that channel talking about, you know, a lot of the things that we take in. I knew that right there, because I'm telling you, I got that same information about the things that we take in, how it impacts us and everything. And so I've been getting dealt with in a special way. You know what I'm saying? On cleaning up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that I take in and everything, and how all of the things that I think may be inconsequential, you know, happen to have a certain type of an impact. And so that was kind of more confirmation of a lot of the things that the Most High Divine has been sending to all of us, you know? So I will definitely be sending that link out. But yeah, when she said that we got some special shit that's going on. And when we fully activated, something, I'm like, oh, wait, what's that? You know, that was a question that was not answered. I was disappointed to not get that one.
Did you pick up on the reset though? how she was mentioning other civilizations that were here before us.
Yeah.
So, and about the reset. So I was like, I know they didn't get really into that, but that kind of had me going too, like, research some more about that. But it's like I'm kind of wondering, like, what is it that they actually did that, what I'm saying, that tilted us in the wrong direction, basically.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. But you know what? And then, in the beginning, I was talking about like, we don't need to protect this woman because, I know, you know what I'm saying? I'm still navigating my niggatry. But I remember in the priestesshood a long time ago, one of the things that Miss Blue taught me that I just put in my back pocket to sip on another time, was that you don't need any protection. And I said, oh, okay, whatever, and left that shit right there when she shared that with me. But I wasn't really ready mentally or energetically for what it was that she was trying to tell me. And what that is that when you vibrate on a certain frequency, demons can't see you because you're in a completely different realm, a completely different dimension.
And
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, please. No, go ahead.
But I mean, that's been going through my head too these past few days about people's perception and how these dimensions might work. Now, I don't know, but this is just what's coming to me, is that everyone has their own perception of this world, this life, things that's going on around us. And not everyone is living in the same dimension.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
So everybody on perceptions and the things that they can see and the things that they can't see. And that's what separates the dimensions, is the frequency that you're vibrating on. So, either we can all be in this space together, but are we in the same frequency? You know what I mean? Absolutely. So that's kind of how I'm trying to wrap my brain around that puzzle. You know what I'm saying here in particular, for these past few days.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally lost my train of thought, but absolutely though, you're living a completely different experience from other people. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's, the profoundness, of this work that we do, where we sit back and we watch people and they are completely invested into a lot of shit that don't matter at the end of the day. And it's almost like, whoa.
Right.
And initially you're in this space where you're upset that they won't fucking wake up and get their shit together, and then that upsetness moves to more of a pity that they're not getting their head together. But then it changes into this space of acceptance. And the more I've been working on my frequency myself, it gives me this space where I can just accept people right where they're at, and it's okay. And understand that, a lot of the arguments that get proposed to me, they get brought up, they get thrown in my lap.
Yeah.
Are things that, are people that are coming to you with a limited understanding. They're in a completely different realm. Oh, got my thought back. Thank you, Mom. My mom had came through, but at that time I was doing a lot of drinking, so my vibration was off. I couldn't pick her up, but my daughter could. And my daughter is, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I did a number on my kids because they kind of scared of this business right here, right? And so my daughter, she calls me up and she said, Mom, I don't know why I'm compelled to tell you, but Grandma showed up in my dream and asked me, why are you calling on our family members? They're just regular people. They don't have anything profound to share. They're not going to help you. Why are you calling these people? Leave them alone. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? The Uncle Charlie frequency. Smack that bitch in her mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm calling on them niggas, right? I
Yeah.
know that they're not going to give me no guidance, but I was just at that point where I wanted to see if I could. And those happened to be the relatives that was matching my vibration at that particular time. Because you know, after you done knocked a few of them back, you in Uncle Charlie frequency. You know what I'm saying? Or just about, you know what I'm saying? But however that goes, they still vibrate, you know, way higher than you. I'm just talking shit, but you know what I'm saying? But you end up, you know, I'm calling these people and I'm just calling them up to show them that I remember them, to show them that there's honor for them, to show them that I have not forgotten about them. You know what I'm saying? I keep those people still to let them know that they're honored, they're loved, they're respected, regardless, you know, of how they showed up in this world. You know, I still got, you know what I'm saying? I still have that connection to them. I'm not calling on, you know, Uncle Charlie to help me to find ascension. He ain't got that for me. You know what I'm saying? He can cheer me on, but he certainly ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's learning this walk right along with me, but we don't recognize that, you know, we really want to begin calling these beings from the fifth dimension and above, you know, in these higher realms, so that we don't end up with an energy to have us showing our ass out here in these streets. You heard? So, so yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Lord, look like we lost Aquarius moon. She done fell off and everything. And that's all good.
That's all right. I listen. I pulled out my tablet and I found, you know, I listen to him from time to time, but you know, I always have to be ready to really get that meat. So I've been pulling back because it's just so much, right? But I'm pulled into this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch this one a little later. So you don't have to send me the link. I already found it.
All
But
right.
it's just the thing, even just from the clip that you played, it just was resonating with things I already just felt. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, Aquarius said, you don't have to ask for approval. These are things that I've already felt. And so when you hear the agreement to what you already thought or have thought in the past, it just solidifies it at that moment. So it gives you something solid to stand on, and not the truth in this respect doesn't need to be gotten. This, you know what I'm saying? You be honest with yourself with what resonates with you. So it's like there's no refuting it because you can't prove, there's no way to prove this, that, and the other. So truth in this regard is actually not valid. And it just brings a point to me because I was speaking to somebody about the difference between truth and honesty, and that there's a difference between the two. And often in our communicative respects, we confuse one with the other. So in my honesty, what she was saying resonated with my honesty. And you know, that's something I always live with, the philosophy is that I don't owe anybody my honesty, but I'll share it for those who can handle it. See, everybody can't handle her honesty. It's vibrating on a different frequency than most. So, you know, if my father, who's a Baptist minister, if he heard that, he would just wave his hand because it shakes the foundation of what he's lived for the rest of his life. So he will never vibrate to that understanding, even though everything he speaks about in that Bible points to exactly what she's saying. So you know what I'm saying? So I respect where he is on his vibratory level. And in order to engage, I go to that level and engage with him with things that will help raise him, you know, at his pace. You know what I'm saying? I give him the little bit at his pace. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to change his heart rhythm because this stuff will change your heart rhythm if you're not ready for it to beat at a certain rhythm. You know, you'll get shorter breath and different things like that. So I definitely don't want to do that to him. But her honesty resonates with things that that's why I'm so excited to jump on and listen to the rest of it, because these are conversations that you just have. You just don't have these conversations. You know, these are These are internal. So it's like listening to her is me listening to myself. And that is the key thing that I always look for whenever I want to engage in listening. I'm listening for me, however I resonate with me. So I heard a lot of my conversation with myself with her dialect there, her dialogue there.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
To that. Yeah, I was even reading the comments and seeing Lance was on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. How about that? I'm telling you, that shit was profound. Profound. I mean, it was profound. I said, oh, whoa. Yeah, that was definitely profound. Okay, we got Aquarius moon, came back in the house. She zapped out of the cosmos for a minute there and came back in. We were just talking about the profoundness of the channel that was on Black Magic channel, which was, like I said, that shit was so gangster. You know what I'm saying? Now he got a lot of gangsters that come across his platform, but that right there, that was some exceptional shit, and definitely had to give that. And I ain't really big on trying to pull shit off of people's shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely some information that needs to be shared. Is best we can out here, because that shit right there is profound.
That was definitely was. Girl, I forgot that I hadn't plugged my phone in, so definitely on me.
Well, shit. Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I got some cards here that is delivered. It's speaking to me a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and deliver this message, but I wanted to check in to see if you guys had anything that was on your mind before I got into this and it potentially take me somewhere else.
No, I'm good. We kind of hit everything. Just like Aquarius said, and you had said, definitely not, don't beat up on yourself in regards to the energy that we were feeling. This is a lot to absorb. This is a lot to take in, because a lot of it's new. All of this redo, renew, read this, read that. So I'm not beating up on myself in regards to that anymore. But it was a moment, and it still is a moment to reflect and to really watch who you are, watch how you move, watch how you engage. When you grow, you got to reassess and see where you are.
Yeah.
So it's all about that for me. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're beating up on yourself and things like that, don't do that. It's I was over here.
What you're so right about that. And you know what? And it dropped in me because Aquarius Moon and I was having a conversation, and she was talking about how she made an adjustment to some of the music that she was listening to on her playlist. And I started thinking about like all of the music that starts, how I feel when I'm listening to music. And sometimes I'll just blindly turn my music on and just let it randomize. And I got special playlists that set aside for like specific moods and everything. But it's really important. That just reminded me like how important it is that I'm being more conscious of what I'm putting on, instead of just throwing any old damn thing on and just hitting, play on the playlist. And then I'm sitting up there ready to, punch somebody in the mouth or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With the anthem of, stump a mud hole in their ass or whatever, whatever song, because I got all them shits from the 90s, right? So I got all them shits. So, whatever, and that's really not the vibration that I'm trying to connect to, but I'll throw some shit in the background and not even really be paying attention, not really recognizing that the subconscious is also picking that shit up. And it deals with my vibe. Now listen, when I'm in the gym, you know what I'm saying, it's that all day. That's getting me, you know what I'm saying, in the zone. But if I'm in here and I'm trying to work on some things and I got music just buzzing in the background, I really should be a little bit more selective of that. And so that conversation was just on time for me to remind me of definitely putting a hat on that. So one thing I'm gonna make sure that we ask the next time we get together is about some good music that's out here in the street. I don't put a date on music. I don't give a damn what year that song came out. You know, good music is good music. It never dies, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You know,
one thing I want to put out there for everybody is, I know I stated it before, but to mind our vibrations and how we're moving out here and how we're presenting ourselves in the world, because I feel like once everybody gets moved into a space where they're mindful of their vibrations and we all raise our vibrations collectively, we all can collectively have a better experience in this room and in this place. So that would be my message.
Oh, powerful, 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 powerful. And that links in. Go ahead. Hey, Sheila, did you have something you wanted to say? I see you. Oh,
No, them just them hand claps.
Okay, got you. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's so crazy that you went there, because the vulture came through. And the vulture coming through is really all about reminding us about, all of that shit, but also to let us know that none of the changes, none of the aggravation, none of the bullshit, none of the heartache, nothing has been wasted. The lessons that we get within our lives where we feel like we wasted our time in relationships and connections and situations and places, and we feel like that was really a waste of our time. But Spirit is letting us know that those times that we went through, those changes, was all about building us up for right now. And when we continue in working on those things that bring us joy, that make us feel inspired, this is what's going to assist us in being able to move past focusing all of that shit from in the background, from all of this old shit.
Right.
Think about how folks ain't come through, how folks ain't show up at the end of the day. When you about the business and you busy, y'all, when you busy doing something that you truly enjoy, whether it's making a playlist, making beats or whatever in the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Doing astrology charts, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Watching the X-Files, you know what I'm saying? Crossword puzzles, whatever it is you're trying to do. This is those things that's going to help you to be able to shift your frequency so that your vibration raises. Because what Spirit wants us to know is that that's part of the shit that we struggle with. Spirit is letting us know that the struggle is over with. We have been there. We have done that. That shit happened. It went down. Folks is jive out here in these streets. It's a cold, chilly world we live in sometimes. Trust me. But now that we are clear and aware of all of those experiences that we do not want to repeat, we know how to navigate these streets a little bit more savvily, I would say. And so with that, Spirit is really telling us that this is a time for us to start moving more into a celebratory state, where we start recognizing that we've been there, we've done that, we got the victory. And not to be like that Yolanda Adams song, you know what I'm saying? Because that song is definitely, I got the victory. However, I'm here to tell you something. That is a good song for the playlist. But anyway.
It is.
Yeah, it is. That's a jam. That's a jam right there. We gonna get at. But that's a song that's gonna help you in moving past a lot of that energy so that you can not start thinking about how you was a victim, but start thinking about how you're a victor. In these particular situations, we navigate these streets a little bit differently. And we ain't sitting around waiting on somebody to be fucked up. We show up differently.
They teach us to transmute that energy. Yes, that's it. How to transmute that energy. It was fucked up. Now we up here on the positive level because we learned our lessons and we're moving forward. We're moving up.
We're moving up. We're moving up. So this is definitely a time for us to start really raising our frequency by really engaging in those things that we enjoy. Not in a space where it's chaining a damn shackle to our feet, to
Right.
where we're in a space that we can't function in this world. We can't enjoy our life. We can't show up righteously for ourselves. You know, it just brought to mind, oh, fuck, all right. See, you know, let me share this story. So I was up there, we was going out and we were going to, shout out to this lady, you know what I'm saying? We were going to clean a woman's carpets today. And she was telling us that she had to get situated, this and that and the other. We rides all the way the hell out there to where she was at. And we give a walk through the house and she ain't got a damn thing like cleared out for us to be able to clean the carpets. And so she was apologetic that she was going to get this shit together, but she paid us most of the money and told us to come back on Monday. So we put her down for Monday and everything. She paid us and everything. Cool. All right, cool, cool. And I thought to myself, that was backwards as hell. Why didn't she just call us and reschedule her appointment for Monday? What the fuck? So I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe she thought that we would come in there and clean her home as well. And Spirit let me know, no, she was smoking a blunt before she started getting all of her shit situated. And this is what it looks like when you try and navigate your day. Under the influence, you make mistakes like this one. So with that, I hope that we can all learn a lesson. Shout out to the lady that's getting her shit done on Monday. However, that is a direct result. All of that time wasted, her paying us without even just not giving us half the money, but just all of it except for like $50. This is a pretty big job, you know,
Right.
and handing us that money, cash money. You know what I'm saying? That whole situation is a direct result of somebody that's operating without all of their capacity. So that was something for me to sip on. I just thought I would share. These cosmic streets, y'all. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ouch.
she's a brave and trusting one.
Ain't she a brave and trusting one of ass backwards operating? Like, why ain't you just call us a listen? We'll have this together on Monday. She told her we got a lady. I'm thinking, you know, she got a lady that's coming in tomorrow to come and clean all of this out and all of this and that and the other. Well, why in the hell didn't you call us? Say, you know what? This ain't a good day. Monday will be better. We'll have all of this shit addressed. Yeah, well, you ain't got to come out there. And then you wouldn't have to give us your money without getting paid. Or you wouldn't have thought, I don't even know what made you think to do that, but whatever. You know?
Right.
You know, probably sensed all of the heat in my husband because, you know, he don't fuck around about his dough. So he was probably hot. Like, you got me all the way out this motherfucker. But
Right.
that's how it go, though. But yeah, but that was something for me to sip on right there, because I am one of those people that will try to navigate these streets under the influence, just like that. So that's
Right.
for me. So anyway, I'm glad I was able to get a vicarious lesson from that sister. So much love and light to her. Hindsight is 2020, sis. I know you probably will never hear this, but I'm still sending that energy back to you with peace and light and peace and love. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining the Cypher. I appreciate your discussion, your insight, your wisdom. Thank you, ladies, so much for the share.
Oh, thank me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace and light, y'all. Peace and love.
Think about it. Think about it.